Stop breathing.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. Today I am going to be doing a PSA submission. I've done a couple of these in the past. However, this one's going to be a little different. It's going to be more informative. I'm going to walk through the steps, what I do on their website to find the cards, create the whole order, just get it all together. Just for people that don't know. I mean, there's lots of PSA informative videos out there, and I kind of just want to do my own spin on one. I have a little shy of 40 cards from 4 buddies. A lot of these cards aren't even mine. I think I have 2 cards in this entire order, but they're all cool with me showing off their cards because there's actually some neat stuff in here. A couple gold stars, few shinings, just like a wide variety of things from English to Japanese to French from all eras. So before we get into all that, it is week 20 for my showcase card swap out. Last week I was rocking the Blastoises from Crystal Guardians, the reverse stamp Delta species card. This week I'm going to be putting in another really cool card. It is a Japanese card this go around, Dark Dragonite. However, it is from Rocket Gang on the Japanese side, and it is from their silver deck. Stupid cool card because the entire card is covered in holo foil. So you have like the regular Cosmo Holos in the actual picture part, but the rest of the card glitters all over. I love this card. I've had it in my binder for quite some time and just figured it was time to put it into the case. There we have it. It's in. It looks freaking dope. It's just black on black on black. Obviously, one of my favorite colors. But I'm going to be rocking this card for the next 7 days, and I love it. So let's get back into this PSA order. I have 37 cards to submit for 5 different people, like I mentioned. I'm going to bring up their website. We are going to create the entire order together and hopefully find all the keywords properly to get these cards in. It is kind of a crapshoot finding certain cards. Some cards are super easy to find. We might fly through 10 straight and then struggle with a card for more than 5 minutes. But let's jump right into it and check out this entire order. Jumping right into it, all the cards are already prepped. Everything is in a penny sleeve or a pull tab sleeve and in a semi-rigid. So I use pull sleeves along with Vault-X semi-rigids for all my cards. These first 2 cards are mine, and I didn't swap out anything from anyone else. I'm going to send them exactly how they sent me, but everybody has their cards in penny sleeves and just different brands of semi-rigids. I'm not advocating what's better or what's worse. Just use whatever you want as long as it gets there safely and doesn't bend the card. Gengar EX is going to be the first card that we submit. I'm on PSA's website right here, and to do it, all you do is click submit. I am already signed into the website. You click start. You can see my other orders that are already in progress. This was the last PSA video from a couple weeks ago. Everything's now in, or I don't think the cards are in grading yet, but my 2 crossovers are all in grading. And what you're going to want to click is new submission. We are submitting trading cards, so all you do is click select and continue, and all these we are going for grading. If we were doing anything else besides like reholders, where they want you to have like an updated label, a new encapsulated holder, or crossovers, which were like my slabs. If I had a CGC 9.5 that potentially, if I wanted to put it into a PSA 10, you would click that option. So we're simply grading. That is the whole point of this video. I'm submitting all these cards for everybody. Select and continue. And everything is gonna be on the same tier system too. There's a couple questionable cards that might be over $200 in max value, but we're gonna send it on the $200 tier. And then if they upcharge once the card is graded, then so be it. I'm not going to send in different tiers. Everyone in this sub is well aware of the values of their cards and what I'm doing to submit them. So the $14.99 a month, that is the promo rate if you have a submission, and it's up to $200 in total value once the card is physically graded. Let's say this Gengar right here ends up being a PSA 10, which I hope it does. You have to put in the value of what it would be if the card tens, or if you think it's going to 9, or if it's going to 8. You got to put in the value of however you assume the card is going to end up. So I assume this is going to be a PSA 10 once it's done, and I've already comped a majority of the cards. That's like selling right now for 50, 60 bucks. A month from now, it very well could be less because it is a newer set. So how I search for my cards, the easiest way to search for cards is literally put in the Pokemon's name. I'm going to type in Gengar, and then I'm going to put in the number at the bottom. So that is 088. That is its set number. You don't have to do the total set. So Gengar 088, and let's see what we find. 2024 Pokemon Japanese. Yep, Sword and Shield, or sorry, Scarlet Violet. It's a Wild Force card, the super rare. Quantity 1, max value. I'm just going to put in 50. Save. That's it. That card is already ready to go, and we are ready to move on to the next one. So all these cards are going to be in the same submission, and soon we're going to compile a list here of every card. So Gengar's done. The next up is my Pidgeot that you saw on Monday's video. I got this at the trade event on Saturday night. So Pidgeot, and what is that, 23 at the bottom? Sorry, 33. All right, so Legendary Collection Pidgeot. Now, there are two different versions of this card. There is the non-holo and then the holo. So we're going to want the right one. If you don't see it off the bat, so 2002 Pokemon Legendary, let's just type in Legendary as well and see if it'll show the reverse. It's not showing the reverse. 2002 Pokemon. There it is right there. So that's what I was saying earlier. It might take a second to find a card. I'm going to assume this is also cheap. I typically just throw in 50 for majority of these. The Gengar was hopefully going to be a 10. This is hopefully going to be a 1. It's destroyed. It is not in good shape. So we're going for the $50 route. I just like to, and it very well could be less, but I like to typically over-insure because they're going to insure this package sending it back to you. So if this card gets a 1, this card gets a 10, and then that whole package ends up missing, they're going to go off of the actual insurance rate of all the values that you put in from the start. So I'd rather have it a little bit higher and pay the shipping fees than that package potentially get lost via FedEx. You do have to sign for the package once it shows up, but I'd just rather be safe than sorry. So those two cards are mine. Jolteon Gold Star. These next 10 cards are my buddy Glenn's. So there's going to be 2 piles of local friends. They just dropped them off at my house. So Jolteon, and we are looking for 101. And immediately not seeing it. Let's see here. Sometimes it's a lot easier to put in the year with it as well. So 2007 Jolteon. There it is right there. Power Keepers, Gold Star Jolteon. I'm going to assume this is going to max out the value at 200. And his first card is submitted. Next up, we have a Dark Charizard. So I hit it at 200 because all of his cards here, I think minus the last 2, are also going for PSA 1s. They're beat cards. This is not a mint condition Gold Star Jolteon. Otherwise, that value would be a lot higher. I know a lot of these Gold Stars are around 150 to 250 in ones. I've seen them before. Same with the Dark Charizard here. Big swirl on it. Clean looking surface. Busted ass card. So I'm probably going to put in like 50 for a majority of these. Dark Charizard. And number 4. Now this card does have a holo and a non-holo. Alright, we're going year 2001 Dark Charizard 4. Team Rocket came out in 2000. That took incredibly too long to find because I was using the wrong year. Alright, 50 bucks. Done. I can tell you I've been frustrated time and time again trying to submit these cards. It's usually easy. I can usually have so many in a row that you just fly through. This might be another one. Okay, so 2006. Hey, we got it. So you can always hover over the picture too to confirm. But EX Crystal Guardians, number 4. I'm going to assume that's $50 card too. All right, Lugia, Japanese. So Japanese Lugia. 249. Okay, 2000 Pokemon Lugia. I can tell you this sub is going to get really frustrating really quick because I know what's coming on later on. There's a French Gold Star in here. There's some crazy cards coming up. All right, so we have a Tyranitar next. 12. Can this one be easy? A lenticular. I'm gonna assume Deoxys lenticular is not gonna be too hard. Oh my god, we found it on the first pack. Yeah, the Versus promo, whatever this was. Now this card, I think has a little bit of value. I'm just gonna put it at 200. It is pretty well off, destroyed. We haven't had like a mint card yet here, so I'm gonna assume in a PSA 1, it's gonna be 200 or less there. They might tell me otherwise because I know this card, like if you have a 7, 8, 9, or 10, it's pretty serious money. It's hard to grade these cards. And if you've never seen a lenticular before, it changes the form. Here, I'll take it out. It is different Deoxys on the same card, all the different forms of it. So, really cool card here. And it's super thick to get into one of these. Alright, Dark Espeon next up from Neo Destiny on the Japanese side. Can we get lucky and just get it right off? That might have been there the whole time. Yep, that's the right card. So, Dark Espeon's done. This card's... Oh yeah, there's a crease in it. This card's a potential 1, too. It might actually grade higher than a 1. It doesn't look like it's a 1. It might get a 2 or a 3, but we'll see. Now, this Dark Espeon, the English, I do know this card came out of an AGS 6, I believe, so... I think he's just shooting for 6 or better when it comes to the PSA side. And I think this one was showing right out. Number 4, Dark Espeon. I think this card's probably around $100 if it gets a 6 or better. Now, these last two cards are potential 10s. So we have Gardevoir 204. There we go. I'm just gonna assume these are $100 or under in PSA 10s. They are the full arts here, and then we have the Slowpoke and Psyduck last for Glenn. Slowpoke, Psyduck, 217. There it is, $100. All right, we got one stack down here. All right, Glenn, GR3 gave me these cards. They came from Level X on Instagram. He just got back into Pokemon. So this card I did kind of look up earlier. I know it's a GameStop promo. GameStop exclusive, I think is how it reads out. All right, Pikachu and Zekrom GX. This is 33. All right, now we're cooking. Got another one done. I'm assuming that's just the regular one. Probably $50 card. Yagunaba, Leafeon. Leafeon 068. Sure that was the right one. Yep. That is the McDonald's Pikachu promo. Pikachu 006. That would be it right there. And the Detective Pikachu. Sure, it's Japanese here. I think that card's going for under $50 now in a 10. All right, another stack done. That was a lot easier. So the Dragonite, the Pikachu, the Leafeon, another Pikachu, and another Pikachu. All right, going into my buddy Justin's sub now. So we have a Ghastly 080. Art rare from Wild Force, probably under a $50 card. Charizard, not good shape. All right, so this is a potential one. Now, I know base cards are pretty hard to find sometimes. All right, I think we're on the right track here. Nope, it's an unlimited version. So you always got to make sure you're selecting the right one because there are so many different versions of cards between languages, first edition, different runs. You got to make sure you're sending the right one. That's it right there. So 1999 Pokemon game, number 4, Charizard Holo base set. It's a mouthful. I don't even know what a PSA 1. I'm just gonna assume it's kind of expensive, probably 100, 150 bucks. Let's just hit it at 200. All right, we got another Charizard. throw a date in there. 2009 Platinum Supreme Victors. That would be it. I really don't know what this card's worth. I'm just going to throw 200 on it because I think this one is actually clean. He showed me this card. There was like maybe some slight pitting on the backside was all I saw, but centering looks good. Surface looks good. This very well potentially could grade high. So we're kind of excited to see that one back. And we're back into the PSA ones. Jungle Snorlax. He's number 11. Got to be the hollow one. Bingo. You right there. Alakazam next. Rough. 1999 Pokemon Alakazam. Oh my god, I can't spell it right now. Kazam 1. Found you. And an absolutely destroyed Misty's Determination. I'm getting sick of grading ones already. Misty's Determination, 108. It can't just give it to me. There we go, full art. 50 bucks, done and save. Magikarp, 80. Easy, done. Nice card at least. This one's gonna be hopefully a 10. Alright, so one thing to know here, which is cool, he gave me a lot of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Blastoises. So if you have 7 cards, you do not have to do this process 7 individual times. If you're submitting the same cards, submit them sequentially in order. Find the card. Classic Collection base set. So I don't know if anyone just saw what I did there. I Google cards and just try to find a PSA 10 to read the slab number if I actually spend way too much time trying to guess it. Alright, we got it. 50 bucks. How much were they? 50 bucks. There we go. Oh, I didn't do what I said I was going to do. So you can go down here and you can actually edit cards, which is nice. So edit item. Brings it back to the top. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Always double check your cards. But I am submitting 7 cards at the same time. And then it's going to show the quantity there at the bottom, which makes it really easy, especially when you're double checking. You print all this out at the end. I always double check the order, make sure everything's 100% correct, read all the names off. Sometimes it's easier just to read it out loud, just so you can actually process it while doing it. Make sure it's the reverse foil. Little mistakes. PSA catches most of the time your little mistakes, but a little mistake could end up with an incorrect label. And Justin's last card, Venusaur, Hollow, Classic Collection, done. We only have 5 more cards left. Now, this is my buddy Low Graded Gems on Instagram. He sent me 5 cards. from his Instagram handle, I can assure you they're going to be all low-graded cards. But there's some cool stuff here. So first up, we have a French Gold Star Charizard. Not something you see every day. Super cool card. He doesn't necessarily think everything here is going to win, but they are all going to get pretty low grades. So 2, 3, 4, we're definitely going to see. This one was a little bit of a struggle to find. I did kind of look it up earlier just to try to figure out its value and everything along those lines. So 2007 Pokemon French Charizard. Oh, wow. I think we got it. Yes. All right, cool. That is the correct card. Value-wise, we actually have no idea. It is a super weird piece, and he's thinking it's going to be somewhere around 200. If they comp it higher, then so be it. He'll pay the upcharge. But it's a cool card. It's definitely first Gold Star Charizard I've had in my room here. So kind of excited to send that off, and kind of excited to see the grade once it gets back. Next up, we have a Shining Gyarados. Secret Rare from Neo Revelation. That would be it right there. I'm going to throw that. I actually have one of these in a PSA 1, and I think I paid like $140 for it. This one's pretty beat up too. I'm just going to put in $150 because that should be the right value. Shining Raichu. Again, pretty beat up. I'm going to do the same for Raichu, $150. Alright, we got another Charizard here. Base set 2 this time. $2,000. I was putting the year wrong. $2,000. Base Charizard. He's number 4. Base 2 Charizard, right off the bat. $100. I would say he's pretty well gone. Last card of the sub, it's gonna be a Machamp, Japanese, and destroyed. Common trend. Alright, Machamp, Japanese, base Japanese. What's that gonna be? 1998? Oh shit, it is a no rarity. That's cool. 96 no rarity. So the rarity symbol at the bottom right, you have to tell the difference between the two. Got a little star for the rare. No rarity. These cards did not. Those were like the first run of the Pokemon cards. So honestly, I don't even know what this is worth. 140 and a 4, so it's probably gonna be less. I'm just gonna keep it at 150. All right, the last stack has been submitted. Everything's here. I am gonna double check it all once I print it all out. So every card is going to be $15 each here. Click submit. You got to review the order. I'm not going to show everything on this page because it shows my address, my phone number, all my personal information there. Well, that's pretty much the gist of it. It can be trying at times. I guess we had a little bit of a challenge here with some of these cards finding it. I don't have many issues with Modern just because Modern usually goes straight to it. Like that last PSA sub I did, which was like 50 cards, I probably did it in a little less time than this sub. So once you start throwing in vintage, finding the cards, the sets, the years gets a little bit more challenging, but it's fun. It's fun to do it. A little bit more stressful when you're filming yourself doing it, because I might take breaks, go eat a snack or something. But yeah, that's it. I mean, the entire sub is entered. I'm going to get it all boxed up. I'm going to get it mailed out to PSA. And hopefully in about a month and a half or so, their times have been improving. All their cards are going to be back, and we're going to see a cool grade reveal. I don't know if I'm actually going to show the grade reveal on this. I might now. Now that you've seen all these cards, it wasn't my intention to show off all of their cards and do a grade reveal, just because I don't know if they want their I don't know if they want to know their scores before getting their scores, because we're going to have to mail out these cards to them. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you might have learned something here. Might have learned how frustrating it is sometimes. So that's why typically people that do PSA submissions might charge an extra $5-10 per card to actually do it for you. They do all of the handling. They do all of the submitting on the website. They have to make sure it's all correct for PSA to take it. Otherwise, PSA just knows or receives an order that's all screwed up. They're just going to send it back. They're not going to waste their time in figuring it out for you. But it is handled. It is done. All these cards are going to be returned. Majority are going to be PSA 1s, but we'll see here in the next couple months, and we will see you on Monday. Don't stop breathing. And we will see you on Monday.